You're so naive, it's almost charming, but there's something endearing about the way you still see the world as good, even when it shows its ugliest faces. The innocence in your thoughts is like a mirror reflecting what humanity could be, but the reality you avoid is a storm waiting to shatter that illusion. Your naivety dances on the line between hope and delusion, and I can't tell if it's inspiring or heartbreaking. There's a quiet beauty in your naivety, a refusal to let the harshness of life erode your faith in it. You see the world through rose-tinted glasses, but you don't realize how much you miss by avoiding the darker hues. Your innocence is like a flame in a storm, fragile yet fiercely determined to survive. It's both infuriating and beautiful how you still believe in the best of people despite everything you've seen. Your heart holds onto a purity that the world desperately tries to tarnish, but your resilience is its own kind of strength. Sometimes I envy your naivety. It must be freeing to live without the weight of knowing too much. You think the world is a gentle place, but one day you'll see it for what it is. And I'm not sure whether to warn you or protect you. Your trust is like a precious gemstone, unguarded and exposed, and I fear for the day someone decides to steal it. You're not foolish for being naive. You're brave for holding on to goodness in a world that thrives on its absence. I wonder if your naivety is a shield you've built, not to block out the truth, but to protect the part of you that still hopes. The way you see things is almost poetic, but poetry rarely survives the reality of the world's prose. Your thoughts are like unblemished flowers in a garden, untouched by the weeds of doubt and cynicism. You look at the world and see what it could be. I look at it and see what it is. And yet, I wish I could see it your way. Your faith in others is a rare treasure, but treasures are often stolen by those who know their worth. The sincerity in your beliefs is almost painful to witness, knowing how often sincerity is met with betrayal. Your innocence is a light in a world that prefers darkness, and I'm torn between wanting to protect it and letting you learn the truth. You remind me of who I used to be before I learned that not everyone has good intentions. There's something hauntingly beautiful about your ability to trust so freely in a world that constantly breaks it. Your thoughts are like a songbird in a cage, free-spirited but unaware of the bars surrounding you. I admire your courage to believe in a better world, even when the evidence points to the contrary. The way you view life is like a painting in progress, full of vibrant colors that haven't yet been muted by experience. You carry a kind of purity that the world desperately needs but rarely deserves. Your naivety is a double-edged sword. It makes you precious, but also vulnerable to the blades of others. Your heart is wide open, and while it's a beautiful thing, it's also a dangerous invitation. You approach life like a puzzle waiting to be solved, unaware that some pieces were never meant to fit. Your hope is a lighthouse in a sea of doubt, but I fear the storm might extinguish it someday. The way you see good in everyone is both your strength and your Achilles heel. Your trust is like a bridge built on fragile beams, yet you walk it with unwavering faith. You navigate life with a childlike wonder that's rare in a world full of skeptics. Your belief in happy endings is admirable, but life doesn't always follow the script you've written for it. It's almost amusing how you think the world will bend to your idealism, but I hope you never lose that spark. Your thoughts are like stars, distant, beautiful, and untouched by the harshness of gravity. You paint the world with kindness, unaware that some will see your colors and try to wash them away. Your innocence isn't a weakness, it's a refusal to let the world's cruelty define you. You see humanity as it should be, not as it is, and maybe that's why you're so captivating. The way you speak of life is almost like a fairy tale, and I fear the ending might not be what you expect. You believe in the goodness of others so fiercely that it's hard to tell if it's bravery or denial. Your dreams are like castles in the sky, breathtaking but precariously balanced on clouds. You have a gift for seeing light where others see shadows, but even light has its limits. Your naivety is both a gift and a curse, a gift to you and a curse for those who wish to protect you. You're like a book of unspoiled pages, but life has a way of scribbling its messiest chapters first. Your hope is contagious, but I wonder if it's strong enough to withstand the weight of reality. Your trust is a fragile bird, and I fear the world's predators have already taken notice.